Hello again, everybody. This is Guns Good Taku, and sorry I'm not on camera here, but I'm just showing you something that not a lot of people know about, or I've seen it before, but everyone's always trying to figure out new ways of attaching this soundproofing or sound deadening material. I mean, this isn't the ideal stuff you buy. This is the cheap stuff you buy on Amazon, but it works and it looks good and it gives it a little motif. A lot of people are used to seeing this stuff. I bought this just to see what it was like. I'm probably gonna use this on my bass traps I put in my corner, but I'm not gonna use it on these because one, this spray is kind of abusive to the walls. I mean, I own my house, but I really don't want to have to deal with that. The other thing is there's a much simpler way of doing this, and I'm going to show you by attaching this one right now. And what this is basically, instead of using adhesive, I actually use these map pins. So you've got these map pins, you can get a set of them on Amazon. It's cheaper to buy the multicolored ones. But because I have blue and black, I'm going to be using the blue and black pins out of here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out a blue one right now. I've already set up my height, all that stuff. I kind of eyeballed it for where I want these things, but I did actually measure it after I hung it up and moved it around to make sure it's level on what I want. But here, I'm going to show you right now what this does. So, like I said, it's just a pin, and what's nice about these Amazon ones is it's got those little flat ridges where you can stick the pin through and you can't see it, really, unless you get really close to it. I'm going to put this one right here. I've already got it measured out, basically. And just push it into the drywall. And see, it's hanging up there with just one pin. I put 4 pins in to make it more secure and stretch it out to cover the whole space. But that's literally all there is to it. No adhesives, no other things. And if you ever wanted to move these things, it's just a little hole in the wall. You can put in some other stuff and repaint over it later. So this is good for apartment setups and stuff like that. There you go. I'm putting up the other one right here. And as you see, it's hanging up with just 2. You could technically just use 2. I like to use 4 though. And because it's blue, the pins are blue, you can't really see them on stream or anything, so if you have them on your setup or everything, it just looks like they're just attached to the wall normally. And this is just a simple way of doing this. It's 3 right there. I got 1 more right here. You see, like this is just a short video to show how it does and how it looks, but I mean, it looks great in my opinion. I mean, it just goes on right there and you just attach it via the drywall. Now obviously if you hit a stud or something, you might have to skip it or move it off a little bit, maybe move it over to the middle, but it'll still stay up there and everything like that. But like literally, I could take this down wherever the hell I want. I might have like little tiny holes that I could fill in later, but it barely any damage. So this is a short video. I'm setting up my little studio a little bit more, adding in some other stuff that I want to make it the sound a little bit better. I really didn't need it too much because I have a lot of furniture in here, but I also kind of like it a little bit. I'm not going to do the whole wall, obviously. I'm just doing little sections of it with bass traps. But I just want to do a quick little video recording of this to show you just another way of attaching sound panels to the wall that's fairly easy, cheap. I mean, the pins cost like maybe $5 on Amazon, and this can of adhesive costs like 25 bucks. You can get other stuff like 3M adhesive for like $5, maybe 10 bucks from Home Depot that does basically the same thing, and that's probably all what this thing is. It's just the same thing, just maybe with a new label. I bought this for other stuff for maybe later, but then I researched a little bit and found out this pin method, and it's the one I recommend to everybody to use because it's up there. You can adjust it on the fly. And what's another bonus about these pins is because it's fibrous material and stuff like that. I mean, obviously you don't want to rip it off and make a channel in it, but if you need to make slight adjustments, you can just slightly move it. It'll tear it a little bit. If you need to move it slightly, you just tear it a little bit, and it's not gonna be that big of a deal. Like you could adjust it on the fly without having to take it off the wall. So either way, guys, I hope that helps you out. And as always, live Gintaku, be Gintaku. And just shooting a video on my iPhone just to show you how this is, so that way I don't have to take the camera off the hook. But I hung up 24 of these panels with those little pins, and this is how they look. And yeah, it only took 30 minutes to hang them up. I'm probably gonna add a little bit more later, but right now, anyone else can do this. I will state that you gotta see who's got good foam, because there's some people who have the foam that's completely smashed and won't even expand out. I was lucky. When I opened these up, my black ones were completely smashed. Threw them in my dryer, they expanded out. The blue ones, I didn't even have to put in the dryer, they expanded immediately. I will say the blue ones seem to just expand instantly and you don't have to dry them, so if you just want to go with the blue mid teeth, you just do that. But I did blue and black. It came in a 24 pack and it was relatively affordable, and yeah, this is my entire setup. I did actually use the adhesive on these bass traps because I really can't pin those. I think you could actually pin them 1, 2, 3, 4 if you put them into the wall. That'd be the other way, but these are pretty heavy and those pins probably would fall. So I would use adhesive on this or some other method. That's what I did with my bass traps. But yeah, that's how it looks, guys. All right, thanks.